Welcome back, everybody, to part 3 of 5 in our pre-release kit openings for Oath of the Gatewatch. So this is our second recording session at following Sunday's pre-releases. So I wanted to just show you guys we did get to play in some pre-releases, so you didn't get to see us open those. Some notable things that we got from those, I'll show you first. We got a Goblin Dark Dwellers promo foil for the pre-release. So Goblin Dark Dwellers, you're going to see this card again at least once from us. We did, I think, get one in either box opening 1 or 2, but you are going to see another one of these from us soon. It is a buy a box promo as well, alternate art, so when we get our booster boxes, we will show you the Goblin Dark Dwellers that we get from there as well. But so here's our Goblin Dark Dwellers pre-release promo foil. The second pre-release promo foil that we received was the Sylvan Advocate. Great card, a lot of fun, so we got that one today as well. Sylvan Advocate. And since you guys saw, if you watched our other videos, I guess spoilers if you didn't, but you should definitely go check those out. But if you didn't see our first 2 openings, we did get Kalitas, the Black Mythic. And so today, the only other Mythic that we received was Nissa, Voice of Zendikar. And I say the only other Mythic, but this is a great one to get. So we have Nissa here, Voice of Zendikar, the Planeswalker, one of the 2 new Planeswalkers in the set, her and Chandra, so maybe we'll get some more. There are only 12 Mythics in this set, and we currently have 2, so we have 10 left to get. Also, we have some prize packs here, so I figure before each of the openings, we will do 1 or 2 pack openings. This time will be Gideon packs. We have 2 Gideon packs, so let's open those pretty quickly. And then get right into the pre-release kit opening, which is why we are all here. So we have the Alpha Protector, Mighty Leap, Consuming Sinkhole, Kozilek's Shrieker, Lead by Example, Untamed Hunger. This card looks great with all the blood flying around this vampire. Sweep Away, Seer's Lantern, Tajuru Pathwarden. I like this card a lot. Expedition Raptor, I commented on this card the other day. Cyclone Sire is our first uncommon. The art on that is great. It kind of looks like the art from Royal Spout, which was a gold uncommon from Battle for Zendikar, but this is just a blue card. So we have the Cyclone Sire. We have Kazul's Toll Collector. This is a mad, angry ogre. He looks ugly, he looks mean, he looks awesome. So that's our second uncommon in this pack. Our third is Nissa's Judgment. There is a lot of art in this set themed after the final fight between the 2 Titans and the 4 Planeswalkers. I don't think this is quite what we're looking at here. It's just her kind of fighting off against some Eldrazi, but it is very akin to that art. Hopefully we'll see some of that later. So we have Nissa's Judgment. The rare or mythic out of this random pack opening is a Captain's Clause. I did get one of these in one of my pre-release box openings, but we do have a Captain's Clause here. We have a Full Art Mountain and a Zombie Token. So we will leave those on the side. We have one more Gideon pack to open, and then we'll break into one of these pre-release kits. We have Brute Strength, Mighty Leap again, Cultivator Drone, Canopy Gorger. It's a weird art. I don't know quite what I'm looking at. Obviously, it's a worm. It says it as the creature type, but I still don't fully know, if it's breaking through the stone. It's kind of hard to tell. The art's a little confusing on this one. Sky Scourer, Elemental Uprising. I love this card. I love the art on this card, and I love this card in general. Core Sky Climber. All the core with their chains and stuff that they have really looks good, and this one with the kind of the dawning sunlight in the background is really awesome. Reality Hemorrhage. This card was great for me during the pre-releases. We have a Wastes. So the first Wastes. This is one of Kozilek's Wastes cards. We have Containment Membrane. Allied Reinforcements is our first uncommon. I was mentioning to Dave earlier, all those Knight Ally tokens that we love to look at, this card makes them, and we always comment that it is like Jareth from our RPG show would appreciate that. We have Unity of Purpose. It's very blue, this card. I think I said that about a different card the other day, but this card is very blue. So we have Unity of Purpose, and we have the Thought Harvester. That card looks fun. Again, devoid of color, yet pretty colorful, and some interesting blend of colors. Our rare or mythic in this pack is a mythic in Kozilek's Return. I've heard a lot of people saying a lot of good things about this card. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I know there's been talk of legacy play with this from some people, and talk of not even close to legacy playable with this card from some people, but it's Kozilek's Return. I love the art. I love the story that it depicts of Kozilek bursting out of the ground, surprising the gathered army that is there, the Zendikari army. But the art is fantastic. It's a mythic, so we now have 3 of 12. So we are a quarter of the way there. So we have Kozilek's Return. We also have a full art swamp and a zombie token. So we'll leave that on the side, and we haven't even opened the kit yet in this video. So let's get into the kit opening. I will rip into this thing pretty quickly. We'll get started. While I'm doing this, as I always do, just so we can end the video a little faster, I will let you guys know you should definitely check out the description of this video to see our links to our Facebook and Twitter pages. Also subscribe down below. You'll find out when all of our videos come out, such as more of these openings as we get to them. Before we look at our promo foil, let's see what color die we get. It is a blue die. So we got the blue die in box opening number 2, I believe, of the pre-release kits. I also got 2 green die in my 2 green boxes, so we still have 3 of 5 of the colors. We need black and red. I'll leave that on the side. We have the separator, as we have had every other time. Our promo foil is a mythic promo foil in Inverter of Truth. As I have with the other ones, both in Battle for Zendikar and here, it's the only thing in this package. I'm going to leave it in the package, but it is a promo foil stamped with the date of the pre-release. It is a mythic. It is now our 4th mythic of 12, so we are now a third of the way there. But we have the Inverter of Truth. This card is crazy. I don't know how I feel about using this kind of ever. I know some people are big fans, but anyway, Inverter of Truth. Here it is. I'm going to actually leave that on the side with Kozilek's Return. As I've been doing, I'm going to open the Battle for Zendikar ones first. We can go through these pretty quickly, try to save some time on these so that we can look through the new Oath of the Gatewatch stuff and kind of zip through some of the older stuff. So we've got Seek the Wilds, Nettle Drone, Fortified Rampart, Ruin Processor, Skyline Cascade, Eyeless Watcher, Rush of Ice for Frosty, Silent Skimmer, Mortuary Mire, Transgress the Mind is our first uncommon, love that art. Sylvan Scrying is the second, love that art as well. Slab Hammer is the third. Our rare or mythic is Munda Ambush Leader. I got one of these in one of my pre-release kits today, and it did really work for me. I spoiled it for myself. We do have a foil back here. I don't know what it is, though. It is a Courier Griffin, so it is a common foil. So as I said, we'll go through these pretty quickly. We've got a Full Art Forest and an Eldrazi Scion token. So we'll leave Munda on the side as well with the stuff that we got today. Second Battle for Zendikar pack has Ulamog's Despoiler on it. Crack into that pretty quickly, see what we get. So we have the Territorial Baloth, Royal Mage's Trick, Dutiful Return, Swell of Growth, Kitesail Scout, Reckless Cohort with the Vegetable Peeler Sword, Stone Fury, whoops, as I drop the pack in my own hands, Ghostly Sentinel, Benthic Infiltrator, McKindy Slide Runner, Marasa Ranger is the first uncommon, Infused with the Elements is the second, Malakir Familiar is the third. Our rare or mythic in our second Battle for Zendikar pack is Aligned Hedron Network. I'm not a big fan of this card. I love the storyline part that it depicts, but I'm not a big fan of the card itself. We have a Full Art Swamp and an Eldrazi Scion token. So we will move right into the Oath of the Gatewatch packs that we are opening. We start with a Nissa pack, Nissa taking her oath. Let's see what we get. If I can get the cards out, here we go. Mighty Leap. I've seen a lot of Mighty Leaps today. Consuming Sinkhole. Ondu War Cleric, also with a vegetable Peeler Sword, but this one is crackling with some kind of energy. Lead by Example. Corpse Churn. Natural State, Hedron Crawler, still think that guy's adorable, Isolation Zone, Tar Snare, Cinder Hellion, Make a Stand is our first uncommon. I was commenting on this art earlier. I think it's great for what the card does and for what the card looks like, they correspond really well. So creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain indestructible until end of turn. And if you notice, they are surrounded by this bubble, but their spears are still poking out of the sides of the bubble. So it shows that they can still deal damage while still being protected, which I think is really cool. We have Iona's Blessing as our second uncommon and our second white uncommon, but it's almost like the halos that the angels have. So we have that, and Visions of Brutality. I like this card a lot as well. Again, a lot of like swirling energy in this set. Our rare or mythic in this pack is a Gladeheart Cavalry. I got one of these in my pre-release kit, one of my other pre-release kits as well. It's a fun card. It's a little expensive. We have a full art Plains and an Eldrazi Scion token. This is one of the new arts for the Eldrazi Scion tokens. I think there are 2 or 3 new arts so that it can depict some of Kozilek's Scions, but there are a bunch of different Scion arts in this set that I appreciate. Some are repeats, some are not, so here's one of the newer ones. We will move on to our Jace pack, which is our second pack of Oath of the Gatewatch from this pre-release kit. And it's got a Jace card right on top. It is Comparative Analysis as the first Jace card. Eldrazi Aggressor is the second. Core Scythe Master. Slaughter Drone. Canopy Gorger. Kozilek's Shrieker. Zada's Commando. Crumbling Vestige. Jwar Isle Avenger. I commented on this card yesterday. Cinder Barons is our first uncommon, and it's one of the uncommon cycle of dual mana producing lands. Prophet of Distortion. This card's fun. Again, weirdly off-center for the Eldrazi. Usually you would think something this big would want to be front row center, but it's slightly off, I guess, to show you the size of its other limbs and stuff. Our third uncommon is the Wall of Resurgence, and our rare or mythic in this pack is Deep Fathom Skulker. I don't know if this is one that we've seen yet, but this is one of the underwater Eldrazi. If I feel correctly, I think we have a foil. We do. It is an Unnatural Endurance. Oddly enough, this is our second foil Unnatural Endurance, and this is a common foil. So out of all the commons in this set, we now have 2 of this one, and we have not opened a lot of this set comparatively. But so here is a foil Unnatural Endurance. The colors on this card do make it look awesome in foil. So there you go. We have a full art Forest and an Eldrazi Scion token. So I will leave these 2 on the side, set those back up. We have 2 more packs left. Chandra is this pack. Let's see what Chandra has for us here. We start with the Core Scythe Master, Comparative Analysis, Eldrazi Aggressor, Saddleback Lagak, Kozilek's Shrieker, Kozilek's Pathfinder. A lot of a Kozilek theme in this set, if you guys haven't noticed. Spawnbinder Mage. There's a reason for it as well. Oblivion Strike. Goblin Free Cutter. Birthing Hulk. Talked about how I like this card. That's our first uncommon. Cliff Haven Vampire is our second. Devour in Flames is the third. We've seen all 3 of these already. Our rare or mythic is Mina and Den Wildborn. So they have a story up on Uncharted Realms. Very interesting meeting these 2. I don't know that they necessarily needed to have their own story. It's kind of like Noyan Dar from Battle for Zendikar had his own story, but it'll be interesting to see how these guys play out in the story as it continues to be presented to us. As of right now, they're not very impactful to me storyline-wise. I think we have a foil back here again. We do, and it's the Cliffhaven Vampire. So this pack actually had 2 Cliffhaven Vampires in it. This one's foil. It's a foil uncommon Vampire Warrior Ally in the Cliffhaven Vampire. So there we go. I like foils. We have a full art Mountain and a zombie token. So we'll leave those here, go like that. And our last pack is a Gideon pack. We started by opening 2 random Gideon packs. Let's open the one from the actual box itself, see what we get out of here for our last pack of the box. We get a Mighty Leap, Abstruse Interference, Akum Flameseeker, Sky Scourer, Elemental Uprising, Stalking Drone, Cinder Hellion, a Wastes, this is Ulamog's Wastes, Jwar Isle Avenger again, Warden of Geometries. I like this card a lot. I think it's funny. I mentioned it already, but I think it's funny that the name is Geometries. But we have an Essence Depleter. I like the art on this card. So it shows a lot of the distortion from Kozilek in the background on the rocks here and on Seagate, but it also shows just all of the water flowing through Seagate and just the Eldrazi here as well. It's just a very interesting image. We have Void Shatter as our second uncommon. I commented on the fact that the Eldrazi is the one countering this spell. Baloth Null is our third and final uncommon, and our final rare or mythic out of this box is Linvala the Preserver, another mythic. We have more than doubled our mythics in the openings just from this box and the 2 random packs before it. But we have Linvala the Preserver. She is a mythic. She is an angel. A 5/5 for 6. Just a great card. So there she is, Linvala the Preserver. We have a full art swamp behind her and an Eldrazi Scion token, another new Eldrazi Scion art. This one is disgusting. It has a nice long tongue. So that's gross. Let's go over what we got because it is plenty. So we got, let's see if we can go through it this way. Okay. So we got, you guys saw the Cliffhaven Vampire, our uncommon foil. Mina and Den Wildborn. I told you I'm not like a huge fan of these cards or of these guys. We have the Unnatural Endurance common foil. I love how that looks in foil. I think that's great. We have the Deep Fathom Skulker, which you guys saw, the Underwater Eldrazi, Gladeheart Cavalry, Aligned Hedron Network, and Munda Ambush Leader. And then we got Kozilek's Return as our first mythic, Linvala the Preserver as our second, and our promo foil was Inverter of Truth, a third mythic. So out of the openings that we did today, we got 3 different mythics out of this box. That is incredible. As I said, we only had 2 to start in Nissa and Kalidas, so now we have another 3. Guys, stay tuned to the channel. As I said, first of all, definitely check out the other 2 openings. We do have these 2 boxes here to open still in the back. Definitely stay tuned to the channel. Check those out. You will see those up almost immediately after this one. So I'm sure I'll have a link to the playlist up at the top, but you guys can check those out. Subscribe down below, as I said, to watch all of our other videos, and in whichever video of ours you watch next, guys, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.